Hello everybody and welcome back to SkySaga Alpha 8. We are over here in the Wastelands and it is time for another episode of SkySaga. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of work around here. I'm also going to head out on an adventure. So for those of you who didn't see the channel update happen last week, we're cutting back down to a single episode of SkySaga here on the channel per week. And we're going to be doing a little bit of adventuring and a little bit of building in every single episode now, just to kind of keep things a little interesting and yeah, change things up just that little bit. So what we're doing at the moment, we're going to go around here. I'm going to knock this guy out because it is very, very out of place right now. It needs to definitely come out of there. Probably going to have to go out and collect some gravel up. Probably not today, but if I do get a chance, we'll get some more gravel going and connect up a few other bits and pieces around here. And then in terms of actually building, the last episode we got really, really close to finishing this place down here. There are just a few small details, kind of nitpicky details around the place that I want to go through and change up. Other than that, it's actually getting pretty close to being done in here. So obviously we're probably going to leave this guy well enough alone, I think, this episode. We've just got, like I said, a few kind of small touch-up details, but I'll head through and do those, and then we'll have a bit of a quick chat about what I have actually done and what I haven't done. And there you go, a little bit of ore just above our heads there. It's interesting that that bug still exists. You kind of just bump your head up into a block and you can kind of see edges of blocks. It's a bit of an interesting one, that one. But yeah, so like I said, there are still a few things that haven't been done, so these guys down in the bottom here still aren't quite complete. I still need to go through and find the jail bench recipes, but I've actually taken a little bit of time off SkySaga recently, so there hasn't really been a whole lot done in down here. Oh, I do need to go through and get myself a hammock made up too. The only thing is those things are very, very expensive, both in terms of materials and in terms of dust as well. So yeah, if you've been watching my channel for a little while, I really, really don't like the dust, and yeah, it's just one of those things I try and avoid using if at all possible. But yeah, so this is how this place is all going. This build is probably going to be public by the end of this episode, or at least by the time you guys are seeing this episode, because I've invited Boomkin along to come and have a look at this place, and he has requested that it goes public. So it will probably be going public Thursday or Friday, I think. Probably Thursday. Of course, I record all of these things a little bit in advance of where you guys actually are, just so I can make sure I get enough stuff done. But yeah, so you'll probably be able to come over here and have a bit of a wander around yourself and let me know what you think by the time this episode is out. Anyway, I am going to keep my pickaxes out and knock down this platform over here. So I'm partway through breaking this guy down, and as you can see, we're just kind of left with this little like set of steps here. Now I was thinking, I kind of looked at this and I've looked at it again and I've kind of flown around it a little bit, and this would actually make for an awesome broken landmark. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to kind of flip what we were going to do. We're not going to pull this thing down anymore, and instead we're actually going to build a like half broken tower up around it, I think. And I think that's going to look really cool. So that's the very next thing we're going to be doing. So I've got some blocks with me, and we're going to start up building a tower that looks like it fits into an adventure here. So here we go. I have started converting this place over to a little bit of a tower. Now I'm going to have a look at what's behind me in just a second, but right now this is our like little entranceway. It's got a nice little dome, and it's got a nice space out the front here that we're probably going to put the new type of gates in. These double iron gates, sinister. I really, really like these, and I've been waiting, just waiting for an excuse to put these into a build. So we're definitely going to put these guys into this build and into the front out here. Now, the reason I haven't turned around yet is because, and you're probably even seeing this on the minimap, the tower runs directly into where this secondary island is. Now, I didn't really want to move the island. I didn't want to take it out because natural stone is a very hard thing to come across. So when there is some natural stone around, I prefer to keep it where it is. So what I'm thinking is that I am going to put a little piece of lore into here that says this island is like slammed into this building during the shattering, and it is going to be a broken building, but broken very specifically around this piece of island. And as you can see, that's kind of what I've been doing here already. As you can see, we've got some like broken foundations and stuff. We've got a broken wall. We've got some like stone that's been kind of pushed in this way a little bit, and I think it's going well right now. Now, obviously, this guy is a tower, so there is going to need to be a set of stairs. Now, the set of stairs, I think, sits off the middle line and comes up and swings around this way, but once again, those stairs are also going to play by the same rules. So I'm going to have a section of those stairs like taken out and kind of knocked over and all of that kind of stuff, and it's going to look pretty cool, I think. So yeah, I'm kind of not seeing this as a disadvantage. I'm seeing it as something that I could use and just like something that wouldn't have normally happened, something I wouldn't have normally planned for, but I can use it to actually make my build look that little bit more awesome, and I think it is actually going to do just that. Of course, I have a long way to go here. I have a lot of gravel that needs to be placed down, and this guy is eventually going to be covered in gravel, probably around this type of height, I'd say. We'll put some gravel blocks down, and that will blend nicely into the crack in under here, and then we'll probably slope down away, pushing it back out this way, I think. But that is a long time away and a lot of gravel away. It probably may not even happen until Alpha 9 here in SkySaga. But yeah, that's kind of the plan and how things are going right now. I love this idea, and I think if I can do this well, this is going to look really cool. So I'm really hoping that I can do this well, because that would be awesome. I really am actually quite keen to see how this little guy ends up and turns out. So obviously going to throw a few more blocks down here and there. Let's get a little bit of that broken feel going. Nice little break in the wall there. Might even actually build up a little bit of this stuff down here, just so we've got a nice little like smack point, I reckon. There we go, look at that. That's looking pretty good indeed. So yeah, awesome. Every little thing that I can do to make this place look more like it's just rejected and beat up and bruised is something that I'm going to take. So I'm really liking that look a lot. So let's keep moving with this tower, place some more stone blocks down, build up the other side wall, maybe even start having a quick look at that staircase. Okay, so I've done my usual thing where I have built up a fair amount of this building. So here we go, we've actually even got a second story on here now. If you actually go down inside this thing, if I can fly correctly, go down inside this thing, you'll see it's all smashed up and broken, and there's even like part of a staircase. It's not really a staircase, and I think it's I think it's looking pretty good here. Yeah, so I built up all of the walls around here for the sole purpose of absolutely destroying them. That was the way we did the little house over there. We kind of built it up, and then we just went BAM! And we started taking out huge fractured chunks of the building, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing here. So the whole point is always to make something Wastelands looking. So we are, of course, going to smack out a few bits and pieces around here, break out some stuff, just make it look a little bit more fractured and a little bit more broken. Obviously, with this building, it's supposed to look really fractured and really broken, so the more we take out of here, almost the better, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I really don't actually want all that many straight edges though, so I'm going to throw a few blocks back in around here too, just kind of give it a little bit of something going on. That's nice, I like that a lot. I really do like some of the weird and wonderful shapes that you get when you hit things with this hammer. It's just interesting and good fun to do, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, if you haven't ever tried a build like this before, where you build something and then knock it down to get weird and wonderful kind of broken structures, I would recommend it. It's good fun. It's very interesting to try out as well. So here we go. This is actually looking pretty good right now. So I'm just going to quickly get rid of some of these guys out of my hands. There we go. And look at this. Ah, this is perfect. And look, you can see the huge amount of damage out the back here for that island is smashed into it. Obviously, there is a little bit of damage over these sides as well, because that's obviously an intentional thing. I'm just going to plug up some gaps around here too. Don't really want to be able to see any of that dirt or anything, and then should, I think, be able to get up to the top without flying. Now, hang on, I'm just going to have to quickly remove that breastplate of free flight. Otherwise, it is going to give me a jump advantage. We don't really want that. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. Because also up here, there's a little bit more like debris, as you can see, that's supposed to kind of look like this thing is slammed into the tower. And then, yeah, here we go. We've got a chest at the top. Currently, the chest has nothing in it, but that's okay because anybody who comes here can't see inside these chests anyway. So that is looking good. Looking good indeed in the top of this tower. It looks really, really great with all of the shattered wreck that it has become. So I'm liking this a lot. This is looking great. What we're going to need to do, of course, is to fix the down area down here. It's probably going to have to be clay or something, I think, I put down just to finish out these foundations, because I can't really keep that like that. And I was wondering for a second why I couldn't fly, and it was definitely because the backpack was not on. Anyway, down over here too, just a quick little thing. So I had to move everything off the top of there to actually get this guy in and looking half decent. So all of that stuff is now down here. It's in behind the archery range because that just kind of worked out well, and it looked pretty good, and it's kind of covered up from the minimap, so you actually can't tell where it is if you're staring at the minimap long and hard. So anyway, I'm going to go through my apparently infinite chest and find, there we go, we've got a bit of clay. So go and put down that clay up in here, and then I think we'll head off onto an adventure. Now, I messed up a little bit earlier, and I have already gone through and collected complete vengeance. So it looks like today we're going to be completing the Ice Mastery quest chain. So I will see you out in the Arctic Mastery. Alright, here we go. It is time to end the Arctic Mastery. So our journey is nearly at an end. We have braved icy winds, razor fangs, and ruthless bandits alike. Now it's time to face Bloodhorn. Yes! Okay, a true test of mastery. Let us get on with this. Oh, and we've started in underground again. So you can just quickly check. I've got some new equipment and some new gear, namely this sword. I'm not sure if I had this sword in the last little clip. It has been a little while since I've been working on the masteries and on the Arctic Mastery in particular. So yeah, I've got this nice funky new sword, and I've also got my big hitting stick, which is nice. I've got a lot of options here for killing bad guys, so let's go around, see what we've got to do. So, currently, search for the Bloodhorn camp. Okay, that should not be too hard at all. Looks like we're going straight for the killing blow here. We're not really going to be looking around or looking for relics or artifacts or anything. We're just going to be going straight across, finding this camp and taking some people down. Now, it looks like there's a wolf over that way. And this looks like a camp, but it is not pinging on my register. Airship graveyard. Okay, that is not what we're after right now. So we're just gonna ignore that and ignore the wolves coming down on top of our heads, and we're gonna head over and try and find the camp. So I want to try and get this guy done and dusted and out of the way. Aha, here we go. That's the Bloodhorn camp. So I'm going to try and come at this from a different angle, I think, because I have a feeling... Why couldn't I get up there? There we go. I have a feeling that I'm coming at this from the wrong angle. So let's go over this way. Oh my god. This thing is insane. Check it out. So there are airships up here, and then there seems to be a camp going on down through the middle, and then there are more airships, like, over that way. Ah, this thing is awesome! Alright, so what's the next trick here? Enter Bloodhorn command post. Okay then, damn. Alright, so let's see if we can find an entry. This looks like a good spot to enter in, but look! Check out the airships. The airships look so cool. It's just actually a shame that all of this snow effect is going on around me, because it would make it a lot easier to see if that was not the case, and oh my god, that guy is powerful. I think we might need to do a bit of a quick switcheroo and smack that guy down. Wow, okay. That did not go as planned. I'm going to take all these guys out and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so I think everybody is dead now. Just going to eat a little bit of food and... Whoa, alright. Here we go. There looks to be... Oh, hello. He's actually out here with us. That is really cool. That is not really cool. there's a guy over there, and thankfully he's not charging at me, so let's just get a quick look in here. Alright, so speak to Hayfar in the Bloodhorn command post. How did that, like, how did he get in here? He's a traitor, he's not a fighter. Dude. Unless you are Bloodhorn. I mean, check out that armor, like, that, totally, like, he could be Bloodhorn right now. That would be an amazing twist, by the way, if that was actually the thing that happened. That would be insane. Anyway, I'm going to quickly empty out these chests over here. Not that that's really giving me too much. But we're going to take some stuff up, and we're going to talk to this guy. Okay, right, yeah, cool. So he's actually, yeah, coming out to help us. Or maybe. I fought my way here to relative safety, but while I looked the part, I lack your skills. Ah. Damn. Well, I guess there really isn't, or I haven't ever seen anything that would show me that AI is capable of fighting alongside us, so that's a bit of a problem, but there you go. Thought vengeance would be mine, but I should have known I couldn't do it alone. I played my part helping you get here. To the final confrontation, now you must finish it. Okay, so now I need to go and actually kill Bloodhorn. Damn, it would have been so nice if either he was Bloodhorn or if he came along with us. Like, that would have just made me freak out. That would have been absolutely awesome. Okay, so now we need to explore the Bloodhorn cellars. Which is a bit of a shame. I really want to go upstairs and explore the ships that are up there. That would be really cool as well, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. So, next step is find Jarl Bloodhorn at the end of the cellars. Okay, so this is probably going to be a lot of fighting. Probably not a huge deal of detail that we haven't already seen. We've seen cellars before. I'll probably do this more along the lines of keeping the fighting off camera, just because, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, I'm really not great at fighting on camera. It is not one of my strong suits. I think I might swap over to the sword, though. That came from behind that wall, I think. Okay, so swapping over to the sword, we'll see how this goes with the sword and running on through here. Now, I'm going to try and keep you guys in the loop for a little while and see how this all goes. I may end up not using the sword because this thing is slow and not doing enough damage and I'm going to die. Oh, okay. All the way back out here and eating some food. Maybe even taking a pot shot with the bow. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Come on, dude. Oh, wow. He's just got so much health. These guys have so much health. Why? Why do they have that much health? Like, it takes like 10 shots, even with the giant two-handed weapons, to take these guys out. And that's just, It's like they're supposed to be grunts. They're not supposed to be, like, bosses. Well, I guess they have been bosses in the past, to be perfectly honest. Alright, so that's the way down. So that's the way we're going to go. We're just going to have a quick check over this way. See what's around here. Because, I mean, we killed the blue guy from out of here. So there's probably just a dead end. Okay, right. Note to self. Go the way you know, and not the way you don't know. Especially in this situation where we did know exactly where we had to go from there. So, I'm just going to drop... Oh, damn. Alright, I'm going to quickly fight these guys off and we'll see what's around here. So it looks like this adventure is going to be a lot of exploring corridors, although there is actually something interesting up here. So the guard quarters, we've seen guard quarters before, but yeah, they're always an interesting little one to have a quick look around. Now, doesn't seem to be too many chests going on right now. I'm going to have a quick check up here. Nope, nothing up there either. Oh well, these things do happen. Every now and again you do get a spawn that doesn't kind of push quite enough chests for my liking, but that is okay. I guess the other thing is, really, we're here on a vengeance mission. We're not actually here to be taking stuff out of the end of the adventure, but a little bit of loot is always nice. I am hoping that we get pretty handsomely rewarded at the end of this, though. Like, the end chest here should be pretty decent because, of course, it is Jarl Bloodhorn's personal stores, and everything we've ever seen about him says that he is quite an impressive dude, so that's not going well. Get away, and eat some stuff. Ooh. Thankfully, as far as I know right now, AIs can't climb ladders. I'm really hoping that that's the case anyway, because that guy is not one that I want to just have to deal with right now. Alright, there we go. Okay. That's the thing about these guys. They do a lot of damage, and they just take a lot of time to kill. Like, it's just a perfect storm of not great. So, it would be nice if one or both of those things got toned down a little bit, to be perfectly honest. Whew, okay. Now anyway, now that he's dead, we can keep going. And as I was saying, I really do hope that there's good loot at the end of this, because this is the end of the Mastery quest chain. And it should be Joe Bloodhorn's personal stores. Now, I would definitely be thinking that a self-appointed bandit king would have a lot of self-appointed bandit loot. I mean, not that I actually know what that should be, as in like what he should actually have on him, but it should be better than a normal fabled chest anyway, or epic chest I guess, because we are in an epic world right now. So let's take this guy out and head back downstairs. We'll keep going on through here. I'll probably make a quick cut here and we'll move on through to the next little bit of this. Obviously, this fight is going to be a real pain. So I'm definitely going to do the same thing I did in the end of the jungle. We're going to try and time-lapse the fight. Maybe do a little bit of stuff here and there where I kind of like pull you guys back in, especially if I die at any points. I'll like pull you guys back in and talk about how I think the fight is going. Maybe I'll only do that once. We'll see how it all plays out and how I feel about the whole thing. We'll try and drag this guy back out here so I've got room to do jump attacks. Oh good, that jump attack worked pretty well. That didn't, and that guy behind him is huge. Alright, I need to take a little bit of time out and take these guys on. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So, considering what happened in the last episode with the bombers, now, I'm not sure if there are going to be bombers being spawned here. I think there might have been some bombers spawned in the last lot of stuff that I did in the Arctic Mastery. But once again, it was that long ago that I can't remember. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to collect up a little bit more stone than I currently have, and we're going to build layers of protection around the fire so that when I die, because I am going to die, this fight is not going to be an easy one. When I do die, I am going to actually have a couple of layers of protection, stuff that the bombs aren't really going to be able to get through, or if they are going to be able to get through it, it's going to take them a little while to get through it. They're going to build all of that stuff up, get myself ready for this fight, because like I said, this is going to be a huge fight. So I really don't want to go into this without being as prepared as I possibly can be. Now, there's nothing I can do about my gear and equipment. That is as it is right now, and that's as good as it's ever going to be. So we've set our spawn point now. We are barricading the door. Now, once again, this is just a quick little strategy to try and make sure that I actually survive this thing. And when I spawn back in, I'm not going to spawn back in with hundreds of guys just right on top of me. So we're also going to put a few kind of barricade points across the middle here. And one more, I think, will do the trick, just like that. We might also even knock out some of these stairs and put a barricade point here as well. So we'll do this, knock out these stairs, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to put a barricade point. I think. Whoa, okay, there's a red axe just there. That's not fun. Put a barricade point across here. Now, is that going to block that door? Yeah, that door is now blocked. Okay, we're going to put the barricade across out the back here. Oh, that's not going to be great. I might not be able to get out of here. That's alright, we'll sort that out. I have blocks in hand, so I can do whatever I need to do. And that is not looking good. I don't know what that is, but I'm thinking that might be Joel Bloodhorn. So might even just, if he pops his axe back through again, give that a big hit. Oh! Yes, that is Joel Bloodhorn. Whoa! Okay, I guess it is time for the fight montage. Wow, okay then. So that fight wasn't actually anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't really want to hang around in this end chamber too long though, because I am actually quite worried that this guy will respawn, which that's really not something I want to do. So yeah, that fight montage didn't quite start exactly at where I left off. I did have to kind of avoid a few attacks and stuff before I could restart the recording. And I also did kill a single bomber. So I think, as I kind of mentioned before, I try and take out the bombers and stuff early, and then that means that hopefully they don't like respawn or anything. Okay, so here we go. The relief is incredible. I can't thank you enough, hero. You have helped my brother find peace at long last. Awesome! I am happy to have helped, man. But this is what it's all about. Spoils of war! Let's check it out. That could be a lot better. Like, I mean, it would be like this is the end of an Arctic Mastery. Like, it would be nice if, you know, you had a couple of rows of coins or something in here. Just something that would be, you know, a little bit better than that. Here we go. So Shadow Amber, Masterful Ice. So this is really cool. That means we've got a masterful piece of gear coming our way. Now, for those of you who don't know, masterful gear is stuff that you can use, or really is for dungeons. Basically, it's a tier up from the stuff that I'm currently wielding. So I'm currently wielding epic level stuff. Masterful level stuff comes with additional bonuses, like a really, really good additional effects to it. So yeah, those things are really, really cool. And now we've got one Shadow Amber Masterful Ice. In fact, because that is the reward for killing that guy, I might even see if I can force a respawn here. That would be really nice. I would actually be able to, yeah, force a respawn, get more Masterful Ice things, and then that way, when and if we ever go and do a dungeon, I will be a lot more prepared for that dungeon than I am currently. Now, I honestly don't know if I can actually get this guy to respawn. Doesn't really look like it. But I think this is actually getting pretty close to the end of my recording time for this week. So I'm probably going to end this episode here, where we are standing victorious in the end chamber of the Arctic Mastery. For some reason, sometimes my jump is just not working as well as it should have been. So here we go. We are absolutely victorious in the end of our Arctic Mastery here. I just want to quickly check my emotes. Where's my emotes menu gone? Do I have it? Yeah, we've got a cheer. Let's do a quick cheer in the middle of this, the end of the Arctic Mastery. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that one. I hope you guys are going to enjoy going back to doing a single episode, mixing things up every week, and yeah, keeping things going like this. Please let me know what you think of anything I've done in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next episode.